Hi, Jim Mathers, President of Energy Professionals. And I'm joined today by Tom Gillott, our expert on air conditioning. He has over 26 years of experience in air conditioning, refurbishment, repair, cleaning in Los Angeles, but we have him here now in Florida, so we're doing the entire North America, and we have an incredible partner in air conditioning. But we want to talk about what everybody's talking about, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Coronavirus. Oh my God, it's freaking everybody out. You know, here's the thing. It is bad, but let's talk about the wider picture. Let's talk about all the viruses that are going around. Let's talk about buildings. The EPA said that one of the most surprising statistics is that the level of indoor air pollution can be anywhere from 2 to 5 times more polluted than the worst outside air. But what's it polluted with? Right? What are we breathing every day, 8 to 10 or 12 hours a day in our office buildings? So we know actually that viruses and bacteria and mold love air conditioning systems, right?
Absolutely. It's nice and moist.
Dark and moist.
The conditions are ideal.
So viruses live in a moist area that's the right temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what is an air conditioning system doing?
Well, it's taking all the things that are at this point and they're blowing them throughout the building, spreading it around.
So we know that about 1 out of 5 buildings in America is what's been called a sick building. And all that means is that it has a higher than average population of the employees get sick easier than other buildings.
Yeah.
And has that been true in your experience? Like, what have you seen?
Yeah. You know, a lot of times we've been called in to look at an air conditioning system because people aren't feeling well. And we'll look inside, and inside the ducts and inside the air handler, you can often see quite an accumulation, maybe this thick, of dirt, dust, debris inside the ducts. And
so that sounds like a breeding ground for viruses, mold. Is mold a problem?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You've got a lot of moisture inside an air conditioning system.
And I was told there's hundreds of variations of mold. There's not like
Sure.
one kind of mold, right?
No,
So,
yeah, tons of them.
and some people, maybe your immune system is really powerful, so a little virus doesn't bother you, whereas somebody else can get sick from a virus. Same thing with mold irritation.
Some people are more sensitive than others.
Yes,
absolutely.
If there's a sensitivity, these things lead to decreased productivity. So if your employees are breathing this air, and if it has a higher accumulation of debris inside all of your ventilation system, that means you're breeding viruses and bacteria, and you have a higher propensity for people to get sick.
Well, it just makes
true.
It's common sense. Yeah,
Well,
if you have a lot of stuff inside the ducts, and sooner or later it's going to start trickling out and carrying with it whatever accumulates inside there, cleaning it up is just a good idea from just a general common sense standpoint.
Exactly. Now, you've worked for a lot of big corporations that we're not going to name here.
Okay, yes.
If we did, everybody in the world would know what we're talking about. But,
Right.
you know, what did you find were the most responsible companies? I mean, were you guys going out every 10 years to clean the ducts, or?
5 years inspections, and usually they needed maybe a little bit of cleaning after 5 years, and then another thorough cleaning 10, 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if it's never been cleaned in the 20 years, it's in existence.
yeah, you could lay money that it's ready.
In commercial air conditioning systems have been around for 30 years or so.
There's something in there that you don't want to.
Yeah. You know, and the other thing that happens even inside that 5 years, which is why they want to do the inspections, is those big intakes on the buildings where they're intaking all that air.
Right.
It has a screen on it
Uh-huh.
to keep the birds and everybody else from flying into it. But occasionally there's rips.
Yes.
I mean, in fact, there was one case, this is a true story, a colony of bats had gotten in because they love that airflow,
Oh.
and a couple died.
And I bet that smelled great.
And the back guano was, you know, because that's where they hang out. And that was going into the entire building. And people kept saying, you know, it smells funny. It smells funny. And they tried different disinfectants, which is another pollutant, actually, if you have too much cleaning equipment.
Yeah.
Actually, you have a story about that. Tell me about what you found in an air handler.
You have to get to the source of whatever you're smelling, because we've been pulled in a lot where somebody has an odor, they can't find the odor, they're looking all over the place. So I go up into the air handler room where the fan is, and inside, you know, you've got your filter wall right here, and the air is going this way. You have a big fan blowing air into the building, and right there, paint and solvents that the cleaning people are storing because it's a nice big room and it's easy to put right there.
So if you have a big air handling room and you store all the cleaning equipment, this is now going to every single room in the building.
Yeah. So we removed the thing and the products, and all of a sudden the odor went away. There you go.
And it's not magic, folks. This is logic. This is science. If you want to reduce the inflammation or irritation or
It's the irritation. Exactly. That's the thing. Some people are allergic to fiberglass, which there is also inside air conditioning systems. A lot of fiberglass, or mold, or the viruses, or the bacteria. Different people are more sensitive to different things, and it's all in there.
So it's not just hospitals we're talking about. We're talking about high-rise office buildings. We're talking about universities.
Yeah.
We've had a few universities where the air level inside the university was really bad, and the number of sick students was higher than normal, and higher than average percentage because they're breathing bad air.
Yeah.
You know, and why is energy professionals talking about this, right? What are the two things? And you have air quality inside the building,
right?
But you also have energy efficiency. So typically you've seen hand in hand, right? The airflow.
They absolutely go in hand in hand, yes.
So if your heat exchanger is really dirty.
Yeah, you're not going to get
with
the energy
mold
transfer across it, and it's going to affect the air quality immensely.
So you're running these giant motors twice as long to blow a little bit of air through the blocked up filter, the heat exchangers where there's mold and other things growing.
Yeah.
So if you can clean the mold out of the heat exchangers, you're blowing the air through. One, you're going to save money on your energy. So if you're the CFO and you're going, okay, well, you know, you got to fix the bottom line. There's two things that affect the bottom line of a business. How many employees are working at 100%? Efficiency personally, right? They're not sick, they're at the office, they feel good, they're not irritated, they're not getting headaches, they're not getting dizzy, and they're not getting any viruses blown into them, right? And we're not just talking coronavirus.
No,
we're talking about any virus. I mean,
exactly.
the flu is we just take it as a reality, right? Every year, everybody's gonna get sick. We just assume this. What if we made the air quality better?
Yeah, be proactive about it.
Yeah, let's be proactive. So we want to help you be proactive, and we can come and do a full inspection and find out, and maybe find out. And you found some places that were really clean.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Good air quality.
Bill of health say you're fine. Call us in 5 years.
Yeah. So it's better to find out. It's better to know. It's better to be proactive. Contact us today so we can set an appointment to find out whether you have a sick building or not.